Hello, YouTube. Good to see you. Welcome to this week's live stream. So happy you're here. Wow, y'all came in quick this week. I love it. Love seeing y'all here. I got TikTok over here on the phone as I've been doing lately. So hello, TikTok. If you want to come over to the YouTube, now's the time. I mean, I'm going to leave y'all here. You can still talk. I've got 10 success indicators. This was originally going to be the podcast topic for Friday's podcast, but I decided I didn't want to do this and I did something else, but I didn't want to have this list go to waste. So we're going to do the list here in YouTube. But before we do that, let's do what we normally do. Let's go to the comments here in YouTube. Let's scroll back to where we got good morning, my wife. Good morning, Jennifer, Brian, Paula, Julie. Hey, Julie. Julie, I'm going to be sending you a polo later today, so keep an eye out for that. I got something to ask you. Derek, I somehow always forget this is on Mondays. Then it gets excited when I see the notifications. Yes, everybody. If you want to make sure you never miss a live stream, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And whenever I go live, you will be notified, which is a nice thing. Let's see. Good morning, Amber. Amber, if I believe Candace was telling me she was on Facebook this morning. Did you do a Spartan? If so, congratulations on completing a Spartan race. Those are pretty awesome. Pink 545. Good morning. Need some CTC. Well, hey, welcome. Glad to have you here. Amanda. Good morning, Amanda. Brian. Maria. I'm going here getting all my good mornings out of the way. Hello, DP Cat Lady. You know what I love is several of y'all, I see y'all here all the time, and it's great to see y'all come back every week. Hello, Jennifer. Yes, and my wife, she was indeed flirting with me. Thank you, wife. I love you. Let's see. Yeah, she does like to distract me. She does indeed. All right, let's go ahead and let's look for any questions. So if you got any weight loss questions, be sure to ask those in the comments, and we will get to your weight loss questions. Would love to answer those for you. Let's see. What's this right here? I have an annual inventory coming up. Very stressful because doing it alone this year. Been working on only eating when hungry. Worried about Saturday. Don't know how I'm going to handle it. What do you mean by annual inventory? Are you talking like a work inventory? Like you got to inventory all your products? Is that what you're talking about? Let's see. Told my husband, Brett, y'all, he said we couldn't work together. I'd distract him too much. Let me tell y'all, working with your spouse is hard. It's awesome. It's the best because I get to hang out with my best friend at work all the time. But Candace and I will be the first to tell you it takes a lot of work to work with your spouse. Hold on. I feel like I'm about to sneeze. All right. Sorry about that. I felt that sneeze sneak right up on me. Candace, one reason I'm not in the hot seat, I just started. All right. Let's see. Rahini? Good evening. It's 10 p.m. in Malaysia. Well, hello all the way from across the world in Malaysia. I'm so glad you're here. Jennifer, I too love it when we have people from all over the world. I think that's pretty cool that like this platform has enabled me to help people all over the world lose weight and keep it off in a sustainable way. Like that's just, man, this is so cool. I never would have. 5 years ago, I would not have. This wasn't even a dream. I mean, this was just what I'm doing now wasn't on the radar, which is so cool to see how life just unfolds in front of you. Miriam, good to see me live on the air. Good to see you too here with us, Miriam. Morgan, good morning. Good morning, Morgan. Non-scale but scale victory. I stepped on a rusty nail and had to go to the walk-in. Was not afraid of the scale. Hey, that's awesome. Because that signifies a shift in mentality, which is really important because I don't want you scared of the scale. Like, we need to be at a place. The ultimate objective is to arrive at a place of indifference with the scale so that you can get on it at any point and it's not a problem. You know, the challenge comes in is when we're bothered anytime we have to get on the scale, because avoiding the scale, not like not getting on it. Like, as an example, I've hardly got on the scale the last month. Like, I've barely gotten on it. But it's not like I'm not thinking about my body. I just forgot, right? I wasn't thinking about it. I wasn't avoiding it, though. There's a difference between forgetting to get on the scale and avoiding it. Avoiding the scale is bad. That's a way that's going to probably not serve a person in the long run if you've struggled with weight. If you've had a weight loss struggle or weight gaining struggle your whole life or for a lot of your adult life, especially if you're a yo-yo dieter, you've got to repair your relationship with the scale because avoiding it is actually contributed to your problem. So, Morgan, I'm so glad to hear that you were realizing that mentality shifter. Amber, I did a Spartan trail run. No obstacles. Oh, good. Cool. Trail run. I love trail running. Had Brooke with you. Oh, so good. I'm glad. Yeah, that's right. I did see that you had someone with you. So fantastic. Good job, everybody. Julie. Hey, from Boston. Hello, Julie. Good to see you. Hey, by the way, everybody over here, if you want me to answer your questions, you need to come over to YouTube. So go to YouTube and type in Chris Terrell Coaching, and I'll answer your questions over there. Jenny. NSW, non-scale win. I'm assuming that's what that means. I set a boundary and declined food when I wasn't hungry yesterday. Fantastic. Oh, well, you'll like this list because that right there is a success indicator. Taking ownership of what goes into your face hole. That is what success looks like. Count all the money in the building, products warehouse, enter all the information, products in the vending machines. I work at a vending machine company. Oh, got it. So I'm assuming you're bringing it up because this is something that would be stressful in your life, I'm assuming. So if it is, look at this as an opportunity to practice stress management techniques that maybe you've not done before. Because the only way to know if your stress management techniques are going to work is you have to wait for a stressful situation to arise, and then you can find out. Derek, the more you practice eating only when hungry, do you begin to feel fuller faster? I have been practicing mindful eating as much as possible, and I swear I feel full way sooner than I used to. So there's a couple things coming into play there. First is your stomach does get a little smaller, so I'm told. I've never actually done a deep dive into that to see if that's true. I can tell you anecdotally, a lot of people seem to say that, and I've certainly heard it a lot. And I can tell you my personal experience, it does not seem like I can put down near as much food as I used to be able to. However, the other part that goes to that, Derek, is it's easier to walk away from food. In the past, stopping when full wasn't a thing. I didn't stop when I was full. I stopped when I was done. And I stopped when I was done, when I was sick, when the food ran out, when I just had enough. I didn't stop at full usually. I usually stopped well past full. So some of this is as you're mindfully eating, you'll probably find you're stopping eating sooner and sooner and sooner and sooner. Katie, I am 1/3 of the way to my goal weight, and I have, you snuck it in on me. Let's see. 1 second. I have to prepare myself. TikTok, y'all are going to miss this because I have sound effects and music. You will see these, but I celebrate scale victories and I get a little ridiculous and crazy. Now, if y'all are new here to my YouTube, I'm sorry for what's about to happen. It's it's just a little over the top, but sometimes you just got to celebrate some things the right way. So let me do this as if I had not read that already. And let's see. Katie Nicole, I am 1/3 of the way to my goal weight. What? I've lost 20 pounds. What? And now I'm below 200 pounds. What? Below 200. Wonderland. Welcome to Wonderland. I definitely think I need to get something that says Wonderland. But for now, I'm just going to have to say amazing job. So good, Katie. Wow. Welcome to Wonderland. Welcome to Wonderland. All right. So yeah, we have fun here. And we celebrate scale victories. And TikTok, I'm sad. You're missing it. Come over to YouTube. Just close the app. Go to YouTube. Type in Chris Terrell Coaching. Click my profile and come on over here. It's so much more fun. Morgan, I used to turn my back to the scale. Now down 200 pounds and I'm proud to see it. Hell yeah. That's how you should be. You should have been proud the whole time. So hopefully you were. Belinda. Hello, Belinda. My confidence and love of this process has skyrocketed since working this methodology and these mindset shifts. Find joy in the doing. If you learn to love the process of taking care of your body, you will never stop. Larry, dealing with a bunch of emotional eating. I'm sorry to hear that, Larry. Pick up this book, Larry, if you have not already read it. The 8 Keys to End Emotional Eating by Dr. Howard Farkas. This is one of the best books out there on emotional eating, in my opinion. I've read many others. I have not found, so far, I have not, and I'm still looking, I have not found anything that comes even close to this one. So cannot recommend it enough. But Larry, just take it a day at a time. And if that's too much, take it an hour at a time. Just do your best to get it under control right now. Maybe you can't commit to not emotional eating the next 24 hours, but commit to not doing it for the next hour, right? And just take it an hour at a time. Morgan, maintaining my weight loss is what I'm most proud of. Samesies. Like, I have kept my weight off longer than it took me to lose it. It took me 26 months to lose the weight. I've kept it off for 3 years. So here's the cool part. I look at my favorite before and after photos to post now are the pictures of me at the end of my weight loss and the pictures of me now, because I'm the same size. It's like just one of the best things, because I've never done that before. I've lost a lot of weight before. I've never maintained weight before. I'm literally doing it for the first time. So cool. Jennifer, for me, Derek, I'm just more in tune with my body and I know I'm satisfied. It's not my brain tricking me that I need to eat more. I can tell the difference, if that makes sense. 100%. All right, I'm going to get caught up on the comments. I'm a little bit behind. I apologize if I'm going to miss something. Oh, wait, what's that say? Hold on. My BFF of over 40 years asked me to teach her how to lose weight, as she told me she's starting a weight loss shot on Friday. I told her to start with your podcast, but how can I tell her? Oh, how can I help her? Got it. How can I help her? You've done the right thing. Here's the thing to remember, Marlo, is you can't help someone lose weight that doesn't want to lose weight. Like, I've tried. It doesn't work. So I've stopped. If a person hasn't asked me to help them lose weight, I no longer volunteer. Even though I know how. I will have people in my real life that'll come up to me like, yeah, I'm trying to lose weight, but they don't ask me a direct question. So I've stopped volunteering a ton of information. I might occasionally, I'll talk of my own experience, but I don't tell them what I think they should do. Again, unless they ask. If they ask, that's a different story. The thing I would tell you though, Marlo, if they're talking the weight loss shot, I'm assuming you're talking like Ozempic or Wegovy or something. The person has to, this is what I've always, anybody in my coaching practice, my one-on-one that is on Ozempic or Wegovy. Now understand, I no longer take one-on-one clients if they're on Ozempic or Wegovy, because it fundamentally breaks my one-on-one program. But what I tell them is, you need to ask yourself this question. Are you committed to taking this for the rest of your life? If the answer is yes, then, just go do you. I'm not really sure how to help you, because it's going to work, but it's not going to work because you changed. It's going to work because the medication changed you temporarily. Like, I take Adderall. I don't take Adderall anymore. I'm riddled with ADHD. And when I was taking Ritalin or Adderall, I've now since modified my life in a way where I, generally speaking, don't need it. But when I was taking it, here's the thing. When you take Adderall, it's working. When it wears off, it's not. I'm back to my ADHD mind again. And so when I was taking Adderall, when it wore off, I was a victim to my ADHD. I didn't know how to manage it. And because I only knew how to manage it while under the spell of Adderall. So when a person is taking Ozempic, they're going to learn how to lose weight while under the spell of Ozempic or Wegovy or whatever one they're taking. The moment they stop taking it, the spell will be gone, and the person is going to begin to feel all their hunger sensations come back. All the old thoughts are going to come back. And the person will have not developed any coping mechanisms or any strategies for how to deal with it, because you can't develop these coping mechanisms or strategies for how to deal with up here without the presence of the thoughts. If the thoughts aren't there, you can't practice interacting with them. You can't practice learning how to manage your hunger internally. You can't practice learning how to walk away from food when you're still very much wanting to eat it. And so I asked that person, like, if you don't want to come off, if your plan is to stay on it forever, then great, you do you. You're going to be fine. If you want to come off of it one day, you have to be hyper vigilant in creating a lifestyle, habits, and routines that you can lean on when you come off of it. But you must be mentally prepared for weight regain when you come off of it. And you're going to have to go do all the work you didn't do while on Ozempic or Wegovy. That's usually the only thing I tell the person. Otherwise, it's like, look, you got to do you. And my whole thing is I just want them to make an informed decision about what they're doing. Brianna traveled this weekend and had challenges with food and drinks socially. Feel like the slippery slope, going back to the basics before the efforts come. Yep. Always go back to basics. Wall twins. That's fun to say. Ha, just came over from TikTok. Welcome. So glad you came over from TikTok. Very glad you're here. And you just subscribed. Excellent. Oh, hey, by the way, everybody. Yes. To speaking what this person said, if you don't want to miss any live streams, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. You'll be notified every time I go live. Rajin, is it Rajin? I hope I said that right. I have a junk food addiction. I'm slowly working on changing it. I've been walking and feeling optimistic. I'm going to challenge your use of the phrase junk food addiction. You're not addicted to junk food. There's no chemical dependency to junk food. No, you're not chemically addicted to sugar. You're just chemically addicted to it the same way you're addicted to breathing. However, you could be addicted to the behavior of consuming it. That's the part you got to work at. Remember to separate behavior from foods. You don't have to give up foods. You have to give up behaviors. I eat junk food and I'm still skinny and I maintain my weight. I know thousands of people that eat junk food and they're still skinny. Junk food doesn't mean you're going to be fat. That is old toxic diet thinking. That is old toxic fat person thinking that junk food makes us fat. No, junk food doesn't make us fat. Overeating and not moving enough makes us fat. Larry, do I do one-on-one? I'm a guild member, need a consult. Yes, Larry, I do. If you go into the community, you will find the coaching option there. If you're struggling to find it, send an email to support@christerrellcoaching.com. And Candace, my lovely wife who runs customer service, she will get you pointed in the right direction. Yes, I do one-on-ones. Only for guild members, though. So if you want to, since you are, come on. Matt, finally caught alive. Oh, welcome. Glad to have you here. Finally, let's see. I cannot tell you how helpful you've been. Down 49 pounds since December. What? 49 pounds? I hope that blows your mind as much as it blew my mind when I lost 45 pounds. Because that's awesome. That's awesome. I wanted to say thank you for the resources that have been provided. I'm wearing a large/extra large down from 4XL. Fantastic! For the first time since high school. And I'm coming up on being, don't say under 200 pounds. Say I'm coming up on Wonderland. Don't focus on the two. Focus on Wonderland. Don't focus on where you're leaving. Focus on where you're going. You're headed to Wonderland, my friend. Fantastic. Matt, I hit Wonderland last week. What? Wonderland? Fantastic. I love it. I love it when a person enters Wonderland. Because Wonderland is so much fun. All right. A tear rolled down my cheek when I saw 199 pounds. My heaviest ever was 301 pounds. It's taken 10 years in total, but I feel like I've cracked the code. Matt, congratulations. Welcome to the Wonderland Club. Come on, stay here. It's a fun club. Debbie, when and how long do you do a maintenance break? Once you're in Wonderland. If you're above Wonderland, don't take any maintenance breaks until you get under Wonderland. Just get your head in the mindset weight loss and fucking go. All right? Don't be taking breaks for nothing. No vacations, no birthdays, no holidays, nothing. You don't take breaks. You just get below Wonderland. When you get below Wonderland, now it's time to start thinking about how you're going to bring this plane in for a landing. Now, if you're a short female, well, now it could be different. So if you're under 5'3", I would say don't take any maintenance breaks until you're under like 160, 150. All right, then you can start taking about it. You got to get to where you can see the finish line. That's where you got to get to. So that's what I would say. And I would only do no more than a month at a time. And a lot of benefits to maintenance breaks. One of the big benefits is it teaches you that you can stop losing weight and start it at will. It's important that that's not theory. It's important that you know. Here's why I thought of this. Because I remember thinking like, hey, I'm going to make it. I'm going to get to the end and I got to maintain my weight. But I also know I'm going to gain back a few pounds here and there. I'm not going to peel them off. That means I need to willfully be able to lose weight again without it being a whole bunch of fuss. You know, in the past, it was always a bunch of fuss to get myself to lose weight. Basically, the only way I would start losing weight is I would have to develop the fuck-its. And like the fuck-its to my old life, right? I had to be like, fuck this. I am not being fat anymore. And I had to start changing. But I can't, I don't want to, that don't work. That's fine in the beginning, but that don't work in maintenance. So I have this theory. Everyone says they'd run into the burning building to save their loved ones, but you'll never know until you feel the heat of the fire on your face. Then you'll know. So the way I look at it is if you want to see if you've truly changed, take a maintenance break. You'll find out. Luke, I feel more junk food I eat, I want more. Should I focus on more whole foods and proteins to help temptation? I'm hesitant to give a carte blanche. I'm hesitant to give an absolute answer here. There could be a case to be made for taking a break from junk food, and there could be a case to be made for regulating it and having less. Because I don't want you to develop the wrong message that junk food is bad, that you shouldn't have junk food. I don't want you to walk away with that lesson, because that's the absolute wrong lesson to take away. So I don't know that I don't know that I would advise you do that necessarily. I would more think in terms of regulation, having it in moderation, because that's what maintenance is going to look like. And I want you to lose weight in the same way you're going to maintain it. And on maintenance, I want you to eat foods that you love, which might include some junk food, but I don't want you to have huge volumes of it. But if you're finding you truly can't get yourself to have small volumes of it, maybe the right answer would be to take a break for like a month or two and then bring it back under control. That might be a good way to do it. Great question. Great question. Not Dwight. I like that name. I go for a paced walk every morning for an hour at least, and I eat good. I don't know what eat good means. I drink green tea. Excellent. I've lost 13 pounds in 1 month. Fantastic. Now I'm getting anxious to weigh because the scale is not moving. Then don't weigh in. Don't weigh in unless you're proud of the effort you put in. If you're proud of the effort you put in, get on the scale and take a look, because it doesn't matter. Cindy, I started Ozempic a while back. I used it for a month to jumpstart all my changes, continuing to lose weight post-Ozempic. Love it, Cindy. Fantastic. I wish I heard more stories like you, or a person just used it just to get a jumpstart. That's fantastic. Jenny, yes. Thank you for sending this. Larry, if you are a guild member, on Tuesdays, I do hot seat coaching where you literally can raise your hand and you and I can just have a conversation. It doesn't cost you anything extra. The catch is everybody gets to listen in on a conversation in the guild. So if you want to do that, that is also an option for you as well. Julie moved off TikTok and subscribed. Thanks, Julie. Hey, TikTok, if you haven't noticed, I am not answering your questions over here. So if you want me to answer your questions, you need to come on over to YouTube and I will help you out over there. Hannah also came from TikTok. Hey, welcome, Hannah. I have PCOS and stopped eating sugar because I can't seem to lose any weight. What can I do? All right, let's talk about PCOS for a second. First, it is a myth. It wasn't a myth. We used to think this, but recently in the last year or so, more research has been coming out that with PCOS, your caloric, people used to think you had to eat less calories on PCOS than somebody that didn't have PCOS. That is not true. You don't have to have way less than anybody else. But what is true is you've got to watch them simple carbs. And so here's the best things you could do, Hannah, to help you with PCOS. Now, I'm going to give you basics, okay? Once you've done the basics, and if the scale's still not working, I'm going to advise, if the scale still doesn't start moving, right? Now, we're talking after doing the basics for a month or two, right? If you've been doing the basics consistently, that's like at least 70 to 80% of the time for a couple of months, and the scale's still not budging, I'm going to encourage you to go seek a professional that specializes in PCOS weight loss. There are many excellent people that specialize in that form of weight loss. But I want you doing the basics first, because a lot of times the basics will get it done. And let's give that a shot. So basics number one, you're already doing it. Limit your simple carbs. It's not sugar. I want you to stop thinking in terms of sugar, all right? A carbohydrate is sugar. Your body turns carbohydrates into glucose, which is sugar. So that's what your body runs off of. Your body needs sugar to run. So it's not bad to have sugar. However, what we've got to do is slow down the absorption rate of the sugar into your bloodstream from your food. We want to prevent massive spikes in your blood sugars. This does not apply to the rest of y'all. If you don't got PCOS or some other blood sugar insulin thing, you do not need to be paying fucking attention to your blood sugar. Okay? So I'm talking to someone with PCOS right now, everybody. So if you don't got PCOS, just listen. Okay? This don't apply to you. It's good knowledge to know. But all right, so we want to slow down the absorption rate of that sugar into your bloodstream. And this is where complex carbs are going to be your friend. Here's how I think of it. Actually, let me back up. Let's take an orange. When you eat an orange, like a whole regular orange, that is a complex carb. If you take that same orange and juice it, it is now a simple carb. Now, when I first learned this, I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense. Why would it be a complex and then a simple? It's because I didn't understand what actually makes it a complex carb. What made it a complex carb was the presence of the fiber. My body would have to go through extra effort to get to the sugar, or the fiber literally just clogs up the works. So think of it this way. Pardon the analogy. Most anybody that lives with a woman, or if you are a woman, you're going to understand this. Have you ever had your shower stop draining and it's just because of your hair? Think about it. Your shower is stopping water from going through because the hair clogs it up so much that the water just can't get through it very fast. You could think of fiber as clogging up the works of your intestines, which is where all the absorption happens. Your body doesn't absorb it. Your body absorbs all the sugar in the intestines. And so what you do is you eat complex carbs to reduce the absorption rate of the sugar. The second thing you need to do is you need to trigger a demand for energy on your body with a temporary increase in your metabolism. Now, I'm using that phrase, even though it's slightly confusing, because a lot of people don't understand what that means, like boosting metabolism, slowing metabolism. Think of it like a car. When a car is just sitting there at idle, it's using a certain amount of gas just sitting there. But if I push the gas pedal down, that creates a demand for energy, and now the car begins to burn more fuel. We want to do the same thing with your body. So whenever you eat, especially if you're having carbs, within 30 minutes of eating, move your body. The worst thing you could do is eat simple carbs and then just sit. That is literally the worst thing you could do. Like, that will set you up for failure. When you eat, you need to move. Go take a walk, a 10, 15-minute walk. Go do a little exercise, something. Just move. You've got to move. Now, some people are like, well, but my belly gets upset. Stop your bitching. Just go walk. You'll be fine. You've got to walk. You've got to move. Because what happens is when you create that demand, all the muscles and the cells in your body need energy, and they need it right now. And so your body's going to start using the blood sugar in your blood. So your blood sugar is going to come down, and then your body is replenishing it with the food. So you want to create a demand to get the sugar out while the sugar is coming in. Asking you to just give up carbs is just too big of an ask. It's just too big. You're not going to do that for the rest of your life. So that's where I want you to do that. The next thing I'd want you to do, Hannah, is sleep. Sleep is so important for hormonal regulation. You've got to be getting sleep. 7 to 9 hours a night, every night. Get yourself some sort of a fitness tracker and start tracking your sleep and making sure you're getting sufficient amounts and making sure you're getting sufficient quality. This is going to help you with hormonal health. The next thing is stress. You must, at all costs, begin to reduce the stress in your life. That might be challenging. I'm going to advise you to go get this book to help you, The 8 Keys to End Emotional Eating, and I want you to really focus on reducing the stress in your life. So there's some tips. There's more things, but I'm going to give you that just to get you started. Okay. Let's jump ahead. Misty, first time joining live, but listening in March, and has made a huge impact on my thought process about losing weight and how to do it. I actually went on vacation and lost weight for the first time ever. Fantastic. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Excellent. Excellent. Joe. Oh, wait. I don't know what you're talking about. Didn't realize the difference between... Joe, did you by chance live in Illinois as a kid? I'm just curious. I knew a Joe Payne as a kid when I lived in Batavia. I'm just curious. That would be a small world. I've not met a Joe Payne since I was a kid. Just be curious. All right. Let's see. Jennifer lost 125 pounds of PCOS. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, see, y'all, thank you so much for doing this because you're going to be giving hope, showing that yes, indeed, you can lose weight. All right. Paul Chin Jr. Hello. Came over from TikTok. Welcome from TikTok. Where should I start? Well, if you are new here to my stuff, what I would say is begin with my podcast. It's totally free. Almost 170 episodes now. I've been doing it for years. And just start at episode 1, start working your way through, or start at the most recent, work your way backwards, or just bounce around. They're not in order, right? They're not in any particular order. But if you want to know, or if you're just looking for a specific one, like you want to know my story and you want to know my approach to weight loss, go find episode 100. That's where I would start. Michael Smith moved over from TikTok to subscribe here. Well, thank you very much, Michael. So glad you're here. And yes, everybody, if you want more videos like this, please be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified every time I go live here. And I do go live here every Monday morning at around 9 a.m. Central Time-ish. And I hang around here for about anywhere between an hour to 2 hours. Kind of depends on what my day is looking like. Michael, I feel overwhelmed by info and don't know how to start. I hear you, man. And this is why in my guild right now I'm making an on-ramp program that will guide you day by day by day. I've been working on it now for months, and I can't wait till it's done. I'm hoping to have it done by September when I'm doing a big workshop in September, and I'd love to have it done by then. But definitely go check out my podcast. That's where I would say do. Larry, but don't I think junk food is bad in consideration of longevity? Look, if a person is fat, you don't need to be worrying about that. Get your weight under control, then you can worry about the healthiness of food. That's how I look at it. Most people are over here trying to improve the healthiness of their food, and they're still 200 pounds, 100 pounds, 75 pounds overweight. Get your weight under control, then you can work on the other stuff. The other stuff is just a distraction. Man of Steel 519. Hello. Hey, I've been told I have hyperlipidemia. I have it under control and lost 50 pounds in 3 months. Wow. I fell off track and have maintained my weight. Fell off track. That leads me to believe, especially with 50 pounds in 3 months, that you were doing something way too aggressive and way too heavy-handed is my guess. So you were probably losing weight way too fast. I actually believe you were losing weight too fast. I don't know enough, but just 50 pounds in 3 months, like, that's really fast. Like if you were a one-on-one client, I actually would have told you have to slow down how much you're losing weight or I'm going to drop you as a client. If you lose weight at an average of more than 2 pounds a week over a 6-week period of time, if you don't slow down the weight loss, I drop you. So just know that, like, in my professional opinion, you're going too fast. And the fact that you fell off track is only confirming my opinion. What are my favorite high-protein, low-fat meals for picky eaters? Yo, I was a picky eater. It would be easier to tell you the list of foods I would eat than the foods I wouldn't. The foods I would eat was a smaller list. You got to stop worrying about... man, everything about your comment is screaming diet mentality. Everything about it is screaming diet mentality. I'm not going to be able to address this. We have to completely change your paradigm and get you looking at weight loss in an entirely different way. My advice for you, Man of Steel 519, go find my podcast, the Chris Terrell Podcast. You can find it on all your podcasting apps. Find episode 100 and listen to that episode. That's your homework. Let's see. Nope, UK based. Well, thought I'd ask. All right. Like the difference between complex and simple. Good. Glad that was helpful. Julie, best app to log food. The one you'll use. That's the best one. That's the best one to use. I've been listening to Chris for almost 6 months now, and I would often start a fad diet just to realize Chris is right after all. Only way is to become a thin person. Yep. You got to start living like a thin person. That's the only way. Hey, TikTok, come over to YouTube. I'd love to answer your questions and interact with you. We've already got a bunch of people coming over to TikTok from YouTube, so I'd love to have you come over here. All right, let's see here. Michael, you're from South Africa? Nice. Oh, gosh, so cool. The people from all over the world. Hey, if you're not from America and you're watching here on YouTube, I'm not going to read your comments over here. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know where you're from. If you're not, what country you're from, if you're not in America. Just came from TikTok. Love it. What does a day of eating look like for you? It looks like me eating when I'm hungry and stopping before I'm full. That's what it looks like. The foods I eat are irrelevant. Me giving you any specifics to the foods I eat would just be a distraction. Came over from TikTok. Also welcome. Glad to have you over here from TikTok. I've been using a CGM to motivate me to exercise. Love it. West Aurora. Hey, I love this. I love that area. I'd love to live in Batavia again. It's still one of my it's still my favorite place I have ever lived is Batavia, Illinois. And then Kansas City, and then Washington, D.C. But let's see here. CGM. I don't know what a CGM is. Can you tell me what that is? I'm not familiar with that acronym. It is 4:44 here. Well, nice. Like the military time there. Diet Coke. How much protein am I eating? It's usually protein and fiber. Why'd you say Diet Coke? Did I miss something? Oh, wait, let's see over here. Julie, I use Nope, that's not connected. I don't know what Diet Coke is, but why you put that there? How much protein am I eating? It's usually I'm usually shooting between 150 to 200 grams a day. This person likes to use Lose It. Lose It and MyFitnessPal are the two most popular I see. Personally, I'm a MyFitnessPal person, but that's just because I've been using it for 5 years. Sarah, how do you calculate movement to get your calories, but I don't exercise, but move all day? I count that as exercise or choose sedentary. If you're taking over 7,000 steps, you're not sedentary. If you're taking under 5,000 steps, go ahead and just put sedentary. From Sugar Grove, Illinois. Welcome. What is the oatmeal you were talking about the other night? Been curious what brand. Love oatmeal. Oh, I just eat the Quaker Oats one that has sugar in it because I like sugar and sugar's good. And I don't have too much. I have sugar every day, like the real shit, every day. I've been doing it for years because sugar's not the problem. The problem is the volume. I know you didn't mention that, Jennifer, but I just want to say that because sometimes I'll tell people I have the Quaker Oats, like in the packet, the brown sugar maple, the maple brown sugar one, because it's amazing. And I do 1 packet of that and then 1 packet of the same flavor, but with the protein added. So it's 20 grams of protein. Such a great breakfast. And I'll usually add a scoop of PB2 powder to it as well to give it a peanut butter twist. And I love it. And it's sweet and it's got plenty of fiber in it. It's got plenty of protein. It's great. Liz, continuous glucose monitor. I don't know why you're putting that, but most of you don't need to know that unless you have diabetes or something. Like, it's just noise. It's distracting you from what matters. The overwhelming majority of you, there is precisely zero reason to be worrying about your blood sugar. You can worry about that once you get your behavior under control. Continuous glucose shows the effect on blood sugar and food intake. But y'all, I know some of y'all using it's helpful, but are you going to wear that for the rest of your life? Like, you don't need it, most of you. Most of you don't need it. What about when you can keep on eating and don't get full? Bullshit, you do get full. Diet Coke. Oh, your name is Diet Coke on here. Oh, I see. That's the person was talking to a person named Diet Coke. I got it. That was very confusing. Okay. I was asking about how to know when I'm truly hungry because I feel like I'm hungry all the time. Was asking for tips. You need to learn to separate the difference between I'm hungry and my stomach is empty. Those are not the same thing. You don't need food in your stomach all the time. When you have to tell MyFitnessPal that you slammed 3 donuts, the shame. Drop the shame, Cindy. Cindy, there's no need for shame here. Let me ask you this. When you shame yourself, how do you feel? I don't know about you, but when I shamed myself, I felt ashamed. I felt sad. I felt down. I just didn't feel pleasant. And I know that when I'm feeling that way, I don't make the best decisions for myself. But when I drop the shame and I drop the self-criticism and I'm nothing but encouraging and supporting of myself, I feel better. And when I feel better, I think better. And when I think better, I make better decisions. The challenge is many of us in life, we were conditioned, probably starting even at childhood, we were conditioned to use shame to get ourselves to change. You shouldn't do that. You should feel bad. And we think we have to feel bad to compel ourselves to change, when that's just the language of unconscious people that like to use guilt and shame to manage themselves and others in the world. It'll work, but it will drastically diminish the quality of your life inside your mind and heart. So my advice, Cindy, drop that shame. It has no place here. It's not going to help. Hey, I saw your recent TikTok about eating when you are hungry. Helped massively. I feel like I'm always hungry. What do I do? Oh, I already answered that one. All right, let's see. All right, let's get caught up on the thing. Oh, CGM, continuous glucose monitor. Oh, thank you, Candace. Yes, y'all. I've never once recommended a continuous glucose monitor, and I wouldn't. Unless your doctor suggested you do it, I would tell you not to do it. I would say it's just a distraction from the stuff that matters more. Far too often, people want to focus on all the stuff that's irrelevant at the expense of what matters, which is learning to eat when you're hungry and stopping before you're full. Yes, exactly, Jennifer. It's because blood sugar spikes are normal. They're not bad. It's a natural, normal function of the body. It's not a bug. It's a feature. Your blood sugar spikes, which signals your body to react to bring the blood sugar down. That's what it's supposed to do. Like chasing foods that don't trigger your blood sugar, it's just totally pointless. Amanda, I wake up and go straight to swim, so I'm not hungry in the morning, but I feel like I don't have much energy as I should for my swim. Should I eat anyway? If you're trying to lose weight, nah, just keep going. When you're trying to lose weight, exercise sort of sucks. You just get tired and you can't perform as well. Like when I was trying to lose weight, when I was running, it was hard. It was hard. Larry, can I tell you my position on intermittent fasting? I find it helps keep my intake under control. Here's my problem with intermittent fasting. It'll help you lose weight, but it won't teach you how to become a skinny person. You'll notice naturally skinny people, whatever the fuck that means, they don't intermittent fast. Intermittent fasting isn't the habit of skinny people. Intermittent fasting is the habit of fat people trying to masquerade as skinny people. That's my opinion on it. And I know you may be like, whoa, damn, Chris, why don't you tell me how you really feel? I'm actually being nice about it. I despise intermittent fasting because it teaches people to override their hunger cues, which does not set them up for success in the long term. Now, if you just happen to cut out breakfast and you're time-restricted eating, sure, that's fine. But when a person thinks it's the intermittent fasting that made it work, no, it's not. You're in a calorie deficit. There's no magic to intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting works because it, wait for it, puts you in a calorie deficit. So what if you wake up in one morning and you want to have some breakfast and you're hungry, you're genuinely hungry? I'd rather you ate a little bit. So I'm not a fan of intermittent fasting. I've never once recommended it. And I almost always recommend a person stop. Shame used to get me, but now when I eat bad things, I just shrug and say I'll do better next meal to balance it out. I'd be curious to know what you think of bad means. How would you define that? What is a realistic period of time to lose 10 kg? So it's like 22-ish pounds, 23, 24, 2 pounds a week. So about just shy of 1 kilogram a week. So for that, I would say you're looking at anywhere between 12 to 15 weeks on the fast side. So I would say anywhere between 12 to 20 weeks, I guess you could say, to drop that much. If you're talking slow and sustainable over a period of time. Yeah, because I wouldn't want you doing it. Like you'll find a lot of people, if they're having to lose a lot of weight, like it averages out to about 1 pound a week. No, you don't need to be motivated by data. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The data isn't what needs to motivate you. What needs to motivate you is your behaviors. What needs to motivate you is feeling proud of the changes you're making in your life. You need to be able to listen to when you're hungry, eat at that moment, and stop when you're not. That is the only data point that matters. Unless you can master that data point, everything else is a distraction. It's a distraction from what matters most. I see it all the time. They're always wanting to focus on, Chris, I'm looking at the sugar of my food. Chris, I'm making sure I'm doing this with the food. I didn't eat anything with carbs in it. I didn't do that. I'm like, yeah. But are you eating when you're hungry? Well, I kind of struggle with that. Like, stop focusing on all this other stuff. None of this other stuff matters. None of this other stuff matters. You have to eat when you're hungry and stop before you're full. That is the only data point that matters for anybody that's a beginner. Until you've mastered that, everything else is a distraction. Don't worry about calories. It's a distraction. Don't worry about protein. It's a distraction. Don't worry about your steps. It's a distraction. Get your hunger under control and then just go move your body. Just go move. Don't worry about it. Just move. Move. All right. I'm just on stevia sugar now to lower calories and not take in pure sugar. Don't know if this is right. Hey, nothing wrong with swapping some sugar for some stevia. Nothing wrong with using some artificial sugars. They're fine. They've been studied out the wazoo. Totally fine. Even aspartame. But don't be afraid of sugar either, right? Like I'm not saying you have to cut it all out and go to zero sugar, but certainly keep it lower. So like for me, it's like 150 calories or less a day. That's on the high side of added sugars. All right. Keep it under, I generally shoot to say under 100 grams a day of added sugars. But yeah, let's see. So Candace is my wife. Shaming myself skinny was the worst thing I did on my own weight loss journey. I'm still repairing my own damage. Yes. Thank you, dear, for mentioning this. People, shame will work. It will work, but it comes at a steep cost. It is a steep cost when you shame yourself to victory. Donna. Hey, Donna. How to stop food noise without meds? It depends. Is it emotional food noise or hunger food noise? If it's hunger food noise, you stop it by eating. If it's emotional food noise, hedonic food noise, like you're not actually hungry, you need to work on why. And that's where I'm going to recommend this book right here. Go ahead and pick up this book, read what's in it, and apply the principles in this book. Rose, how much can bad sleeping habits affect my weight loss journey? I struggle with my late night habits. Sleep could be the thing that prevents a person from being successful. Not enough sleep will 100% prevent a person from being successful. Yes, it is vital. It's why it's one of my 10 core habits that everybody has to do. Keeping an eye on your hunger signals help with the shame. If you eat 2 donuts and you get full, that's fine. All food will make you full. Eat food. Aaron, oh my gosh. Thank you. I love what you just said there. This is it. Everybody read this right here. Read this. Stop. I'm going to stop talking. Read this. Read it. This. Aaron's got it. Aaron, you got it. You've got it. You get it. You get it. Gosh. That's the comment of the day right there. That's it. That's the one. All right, Patty, I'm on meds and have a side effect of loss of appetite, and I don't think about eating. Food doesn't seem appealing, but I need to lose weight. Loss of appetite, I don't think about eating. I mean, where's the problem here? Like, I know this isn't ideal, but like, when in Rome, right? It's sort of like the flu diet. Like when you get sick with the flu and you lose 5 pounds, which happened to me a couple times in my journey. I lost a few pounds due to being sick. I was like, count it. I don't recommend the flu diet, but if I'm going to lose, at least I got a couple of pounds of weight loss out of this deal. Like, yeah. All right, let's see. I'm going to go back. You have to go back and read my comments. Changed my life. It was stop thinking about cutting portions and keep moving. Taught me to lose. Wow. Fantastic. Congratulations, Aaron. Congratulations. Tracy and John, is it okay to not track food? Yeah, it is. I would rather make good choices at each meal. I don't know what good choices means. You need to explain to me what that means to you, because I might fundamentally disagree with you depending on how you define the phrase good choices. You don't need to track calories all the time. However, you need caloric awareness. You need to know what is in the calories of the food you eat. So you don't have to write them down. Just look them up. Shame, Jenny, is ultimately counterproductive, but it can take a while to realize it usually. Yeah. That do be true. Let's cut ahead. Oh, comments got away from me. Let's get back. What do I think of people saying you can't lose weight eating too little? I eat 600, 800 calories a day due to an eating disorder. Oh, no. Well, here's what I tell people. You will lose weight eventually if you undereat enough. Your body will fight you for a while. Then eventually the body will get with the program. However, Nor, are you talking in a present tense? Eating 600 to 800 calories? Because if so, my friend, we need to eat more than that. Toddlers eat 1,200 calories a day. Let's talk for a moment. All right, I just want to clarify something. And you may already know this, but I want everybody to hear this. So this book right here, it's called The Starvation Experiment, The Great Starvation Experiment. In World War II, conscientious defectors, is that the word? Didn't want to go do combat, so they volunteered for scientific studies. And in this book, they needed to figure out how to refeed a starving population. Theory being that a starving population isn't going to be very effective at building themselves back up. But we didn't know how to do that. And so scientists needed to malnourish people and then study how to refeed them. However, this unintentionally turned into a study of starvation. And you know what they fed them a day? 1,500 calories. For a starvation experiment, they fed them 1,500 calories. Now, you got to understand, there was no cheating. They literally assigned a soldier to go with them to monitor them to make sure they did not sneak any food. Like, there was no getting around this. They were like prisoners. But I want you to look at this picture here. You see how skinny that person is? They became skin and bones. And that was at 1,500 calories a day. So if this is a present tense comment, please get help. Please find someone to help you through this. This is to anybody. There's not enough food. It's not. And I understand, I actually do understand to an extent, like not firsthand, but from just studying about this, it can be easy to slip into this mentality. But just get help if if this is a present tense comment. Joe, conscientious objector. That's it. Thank you. Not defector. As soon as I said defector, I'm like, that doesn't sound right. Objector. I mean, I could have opened the book and got the term, but my brain lost the word. Caffeinated and adventurous. Fun name. How to stop binge eating after a week of calorie deficit. I need more information to answer your question. Tell me what your calorie range was and tell me what binge eating means in the context of this. 1,500 calories seems like so much. I ate 1,200 calories on my journey and I'm barely losing at this point. Now, well, you got to keep in mind, Renee, these were men. So women, one thing women, all right, can I talk to you women for a second? Stop being all grumpy about the fact you can't eat as much as your 6 foot tall man. If you eat as much as a 6 foot tall man, you're going to weigh as much as a 6 foot tall man. I can't eat as much as a 6'2" man. I'm 5'10". I don't get to eat as much as them. It's a bummer, but you know what? My bitching about it don't make it any better. Now, I'm not saying you're doing that, Renee. I'm just saying I've had a lot of people do that. But 1,200 calories for, said if you're 5'2", 5'1", that's about right. It's about right. You know, when you're short, I don't know how tall you are, Renee. But that's something to keep in mind. But yeah, y'all don't compare your calorie limits to anybody else. And women, stop comparing your calorie deficits to men. So yes, this book here, 1,500 calories, was for a man. I'll tell you, you know, this program though, they didn't starve them for 6 weeks. They starved them for, oh gosh, I haven't read this I read it last year. So I don't remember exactly how long the study was for, but it was not short. It was months and months. Sounds like the restrict cycle. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking, Sean. I just wanted to know more. Nor, I know it's not enough, but it's mental. And yes, I need to get help. Thank you. All right, Nor. People don't do things they need to do. People do things they must do. This needs to shift in your mind from a need to do and a should to a must. I have to do it. I have to. You've got to shift that need to get help to that side of the scale. If it's just a need, you're just going to be shoulding all over yourselves. Don't should all over yourself. Go get the help that's necessary. Take action today. In fact, I'm going to challenge you right now. I want you to pull out your phone and I want you to, if you don't have a mental health professional in your corner, I want you to pull out your phone right now and start searching for one. You don't have to call them. You don't have to sign up. I just want you to find 1 or 2 names that you could call. And I want you to write down on a piece of paper their name and phone number or email. That's it. You do not have to reach out. I just want you to get 2 names and have them on a piece of paper. Don't wait. Now is the time. You're not doing anything but sitting to listen to some Yahoo on the internet talk about weight loss. And I'm probably not the person you should be listening to because weight loss is not something you need. Get like right now. Like I want you to do it and I want you to tell me that you got the 2 names. Just do it. I'm not, you know, I'm going to be here for another hour or 30-ish minutes. So do it now. Don't wait. Don't do this later. Don't do this tomorrow. The best time to do this was yesterday. The next best time is right now. So do it right now. I'm telling you, your future you is counting on you to do this. Because this journey that you're on is not going to be turned around overnight. You already know that. You already know that. But you've got to start working on it. And with what just the couple of comments I've seen, you're at the point where it might be helpful to talk to somebody. And if you need help with that, get this book too. I want you to also get this book. Because understanding that under eating, like bulimia, anorexia, or bulimia, anorexia, these are forms of emotional eating. Not eating is a form of emotional eating as well. It's just emotionally not eating. So also go get this book and start reading it. But do it. Do it. Now's the time. Now is the time. Let's see. And I barely lose about 3 pounds a month. Renee, stop downplaying your progress. Stop it. Stop it. Stop with this. I barely lose 3 pounds. Be like, I'm doing all this work and I'm fucking kicking ass and losing 3 pounds a month. You're going the right direction. Stop talking bad about it. Stop downplaying your progress. And you're 5'3". You're in the range. Girl, stop it. Stop it. You're going to make a blood vein pop out of my head. You downplaying your progress. I should not be the one that is defending your progress this much. You should be the one defending it as much as I am. Like, not me. I am not supposed to model me. Okay? Gosh. Whew. I'm getting a little heated in here. Wait, why am I sweating? Oh, it's the air conditioning. I haven't heard that air conditioner kick on in a while. I just noticed my face is getting... You ladies will know what this is. Oh, yeah. That is transparent now. We're going to need a couple of these. The joys of being a content creator. You have to use stuff like this. I could use makeup, but I don't care. That just seems ridiculous. Or I don't know. Maybe it's not. I don't have an issue with dudes wearing makeup. I'd wear makeup. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I'm making y'all watch me do this. I know. I'm supposed to pat. But I don't like it. It's more fun to rub it. Let's see. How's that? That's better. Yes. Stop downplaying progress. Only. Yeah, I know you didn't say only, but I heard the only. So that's right, Candace. 3 pounds a month is awesome. Awesome. You're right. Wait. You've lost 95 pounds? And you're complaining about 3 pounds? You're breaking Chris. You're breaking Chris over here. Come on, girl. You've lost almost 100 damn pounds. And you're over here. Yes. You know I'm right. I needed a drink after that one. All right. So, Alex, reframe weight loss for me. I have 60 pounds to lose, and I look at it like it was a mountain. Now I know I have 1 pound to lose 60 times. Yes. Yes. Fantastic. You know what? Yes, hold on. Where'd it go? Hold on. Renee, I need you to do me a comment. I need you to say, I've lost 95 pounds and I'm really excited about it. Can you type that? I need to celebrate. I gotta get some anger out of my system here. There's some stinking thinking. We gotta drive it out of here. So do me a favor, give me a comment that says, I lost 95 pounds and I'm excited, or something like that. You pick. Hold on, I'm ready for it. I'm ready. Do it now. Sorry, I had to use the fun voice. J-Bug, I think we get discouraged because of others losing so quickly on weight loss injections. Remember this phrase. Comparison is the thief of joy. Comparison is the thief of joy. Hey, y'all, if you want me to answer your questions, you got to come over to YouTube. I don't answer your questions over here, only on YouTube. Let's see. I've had to delete. Wait, what'd you have to delete? You didn't. What'd you delete? What'd you delete? Now you left me on. You left me hanging. You left me hanging. 3 pounds a month is great. That's right. It's great. Gosh, so many people would be so excited to lose 3 pounds a month. Like, so many people would give anything if they could regularly lose 3 pounds a month, 2 pounds a month. I mean, regularly. So, let's see here. Oh, wait. Oh, what's this? We have a comment from Renee. What is it? I've lost 95 pounds and I'm excited. What? 95 pounds. I'm dropping cards. Mind blown. You are so close to 100 pounds. You know what we call 100 pounds, right? That's a big win when you lose 100 pounds. 95. 95 pounds. See, that's how you do it. Doesn't that feel better? That made me feel better. That made me feel better to read that. All right. I got to stop. I got to get to the topic. I've been getting carried away. We're getting to the topic for the day. All right. We are going to talk about, because I got to go, because I got a coaching call at noon for the guild. 10 success indicators that I have seen over my years of being a weight loss coach. What are the things that I see that lets me know a person is going to be successful? Now, we need to define success. Success is defined as becoming a thin person, not losing weight. Becoming a thin person and staying a thin person. You need to have lost enough weight to have been given the label of thin. When you're given that label and you become that person, as in you stay that person, we call that, I spit on the mic, we call that success around here. So number one, now these are in the middle. Like when I'm watching a person midway through the journey, I'm like, if I see these things, that lets me know this person has a high likelihood of making it to the end of the journey and being successful. Nothing is a surefire thing. Nothing. But, oh, Scarlett thinks I should use real confetti. Scarlett, you want to come clean up confetti in my office? I don't want to clean up confetti. All right. Number one, immersion is high. You see, if you just dabble, if you're just a Sunday Catholic, you know, I'm a Christian 3 hours a day on Sunday, and then the rest of the week I'm a heathen. And that's not immersion. That's not immersion. You need to be studying your weight loss, thinking about your weight loss, working on your weight loss all the time. Your friends need to be talking about weight loss. You need to have your algorithm teaching you about weight loss. You need to not be able to get away from weight loss. You need to be constantly thinking about your goal and what you're doing. When I see a person has jumped all in, I know that is a critical success factor that I'm looking for. That's why I've got the guild. It lets me see that. Number two, the next critical success factor that tells me a person is likely to be successful. They are making alterations to the real life community. Alterations to the real life community. A lot of people will try to lose weight and they don't want it to affect their social network, including their friends and family, like their family too. So friends and family, coworkers, all that. If you cannot point to some sort of tangible changes in your social network, you ain't changing enough. And that is an indicator you're not being successful. But if I see you're changing your community, that lets me know that you're likely to be successful. The third one is a willingness to see one's own faults as an opportunity for improvement. That is another critical success factor that tells me a person is likely to become a thin person, stay there, and be happy. Because I want you to be happy too. Who wants to become thin and be miserable? That would suck. A lot of people, when they come face to face with one of their own faults, they think, oh, this is a sign I can't be successful. No. This needs to be a symbol that, here's an area where I'm getting in my own way. This is awesome, because if I'm getting in my own way, I'm in control of me and I can get out of my way. And if I can get out of my way, I'm going to experience more progress. Much, much, much better to do that than to go trying to change the unchangeable. Number four, huge. An individual has many reasons for going through the hassle of losing weight. I mean, come on. If you've been on a weight loss journey for all of 5 minutes, you know damn well that it is a lot of hassle losing weight. It is a bunch of hassle. And so one of the things that I'm looking for is, does the person have many reasons? We call them whys. Why do you want to become thin, healthy, happy, and in shape? You need to have a big list of reasons for that. If you got a big list of reasons, you're going to be in good shape. The next one is they focus on food and movement. Far too often, I will see a person's focusing on just movement, but they're not focusing very much on food, or they're focusing just on food and they don't want to focus on movement. I know you're getting it when, in addition to everything else, you're focusing on food and you're focusing on getting sufficient movement into your life. Very, very important. Number 6, this is a big one. Big one. Because many people, when they're trying to lose weight, they're trying to figure out, what foods do I have to give up? That lets me know you don't get it. That lets me know you're a dieter. That lets me know you're a yo-yo person. You're someone you're still stuck with the toxic diet mentality that got conditioned into you. It's okay. I used to be that way too. But that tells me you haven't gotten that stinking thinking out of your brain. You're still thinking you're going to solve this by giving up foods. No. The number 6 for a critical success indicator is a person is leaving behind behaviors. Not food, behaviors. I had to give up the behavior of eating a lot of food late at night. I had to give up the behavior of coming home after work every day and just jumping into video games for an hour. I had to give up the behavior of going to the movie theater and eating an entire large tub of popcorn twice. The popcorn wasn't the problem. It was the 2 large tubs full of all that oil butter. Oh yeah, that would make me sick. Number 7, the person is constantly learning. They're constantly learning about themselves and about how to lose weight. Always learning more. Because the reality is, I'm of the belief that if you knew how to lose weight and keep it off, you would have done it by now. I'm of the belief that you don't know how to do it and then go, nah, I'm just not going to do it. I don't think you're doing that. I think you just don't know how. That means the answer for how to get the success that you so deeply desire lies in the realm of your unknown. It lies in your incompetence, in your ignorance. These aren't insults. I didn't say stupid. I said you just don't know. And so a person, once they realize that, they're like, wait a minute. I have to be constantly learning about how to lose weight. I have to be constantly learning about how to manage my thoughts. I need to be constantly learning about how to handle and manage my emotions, which are what are compelling me to emotionally eat. Maybe you picked up a book like this and you're reading it and learning all from it. Or maybe you picked up a book like this and you're learning about your mind. Number 8, the person is not trying to lose weight. The person is trying to change. Far too many are trying to just lose weight. They're not trying to change. I don't want you to lose weight. I want you to outgrow it. I want you to leave it behind. I want you to mature beyond the need for the food. Grow beyond it. Hold on. I just realized I got to check a comment because one of you, I gave you an assignment and I want to know if you did it. Hold on. I'm not seeing. Oh, wait, I can search. Let's use the search feature. Oh, no, that doesn't work. All right, hold on. I may have missed your comment, but Nor, did you get your 2 names and numbers? Did you get your 2 names and numbers? All right. But you need to be changing who you are. This is why this is my only concern with Ozempic, Mounjaro, Wegovy, is people are wanting to be changed without going through the process of changing. Rather than going through the pain of changing who you are, how you see the world and how you operate, a person will sometimes want to go on the weight loss medication so I don't have to change. I just want to be changed with the medication. If that's your choice, that's your choice. It didn't change you, though. It put you under a spell. And that's fine, as long as you want to remain under the spell. But to get to the body and life that you deserve, It is going to require you to change. You're going to have to change how you think. You're going to have to change how you see yourself. You're going to have to change how you see the world. You're going to have to change how you process your emotions. You're going to have to change a lot. So a critical success factor I'm looking at is a person has realized that like, yeah, I'm losing weight, but I'm not trying to lose weight. I'm trying to change so that weight loss happens as a byproduct. Nor, yes, I did. Oh, thank you. So glad you did that. I've had a bad experience with therapy though, so I don't really believe in it. Hey, look, I haven't had great therapists. I had one that was so pissed off. We went there for like 3 months and all we did was shoot the shit. I was never more annoyed. I mean, remember at one point I'm like, are we going to actually get to anything? My wife, I'm going to say this because she did the same thing. She fired a therapist too because it was the same thing. It was like, we're just here to talk about my life. She's like, no, I want to dig into shit. I want to like crack open the hood of my brain and bring out the wrenches and fixing stuff. I don't want to come here every week and talk about what I watched on TV. There's a lot of bad therapists out there. There are a lot of crap shit ones. But there's a lot of phenomenal ones out there. A lot. But also don't discount. If you're not willing to do therapy, which I respect, don't forget coaches. There are ED coaches out there, but specifically you would need an ED coach that recovered from an ED. You know, I had an ED of sorts, not like a full-fledged one like you're talking, but I was an emotional eater. It's not a disorder, right? Like it's a spectrum. I didn't go up to, like I didn't have binge eating disorder, but I definitely binge ate, right? I exhibited behaviors. And so I'm a coach that teaches people how to get the results, but I know what it feels like to be overweight. I know what it feels like to struggle deeply with everything inside of you screaming to go get food to handle your feelings. Like you're shaking, you want it so bad. I know what that feels like. I know what it feels like to have to sit in it. And it's just, for the first time in your life, having to sit in your feelings and your emotions and not just numb out with a tub of peanut butter and a video game, right? Which is my thing. But your thing, Nor, I don't know it. I've never lived your world. I've never lived your experience. But there are other people that have managed to come through it. And this is the success principle, is you find someone that has overcome what you're struggling with and learn from them. Find multiples. I still recommend this book for you. I think this one would be very helpful. It's not going to give you all the answers, not even close, but it'll help. But you've got the two names. Whether you call them or not, that's up to you. You've just got them. Maybe you call somebody else. Maybe you look for more names. Maybe you research, but don't take this lying down. You got this. You got this. All right, success indicator number 9. When I see a person doing this, I'm usually thinking they're going to make it. They're going to make it. And that is, they're seeking to find joy in themselves right now. They're seeking to release the inner joy that they already have within them now. They're not waiting to lose weight to do it. They're seeking to love themselves and to be at peace with themselves now. Hold on. Just make sure I didn't get kicked out here. And then number 10. This one's the biggest. These aren't in order, but this one is the number 1. Like of the 10 that I'm listing, it's the most important. It's a prioritization of your own needs in all areas of life. You prioritize having your basic human needs met in all areas of life. One of the challenges one of the commonalities I've seen among those that struggle with obesity is the person is not prioritizing their own human needs in life. They're not an advocate for their own needs. They're constantly sacrificing their own needs to fulfill the needs of others. It's a really common thing. I mean, super common. And so A success indicator that I'm looking for is a person has begun to shift their focus and their priorities from my self needs are optional to be met when convenient to my self needs are going to be met all the time. They deserve to be met all the time. And I'm going to advocate for myself. That is the 10th thing that I'm looking for. So those are your 10 success indicators. All right. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here because I got to get ready for my group coaching program here in about an hour and a half at the here in the Guild, which is my group coaching program. If you're interested in getting some more support on that, you can head on over to christarotcoaching.com or theguildofchampions.com. Tell you all about it. Hey, if you're a Guild member, do me a favor, give the Guild a shout out in the comments. Let people know if it's really helped you. Also, I'll just tease it now. I am planning to do a big workshop in September after Labor Day weekend. So be on the lookout for that. If you want to make sure you're notified of that, like just if you're subscribed here and you come to a live stream, I'll talk about it. I'll also sometime later in the month when I do live streams, you'll be able, or starting next month, you'll be able to sign up to make sure you don't miss it. The workshop's going to be really, really exciting. I was originally going to do one in June, but I decided to postpone it. So yes. But I'm really excited to have you all here. Oh, and Nor, hold on. I want to read this. All right, Nor, I'm glad. Hey, it's okay to prioritize yourself. It's okay to take care of your needs. It's okay to make sure you're getting whatever help is necessary, even if the help is coming from yourself. It's good to get people in your corner, but remember this. Everybody that you're getting into your life to help, they're here to help you take care of you. Ultimately, the person you've been waiting for to take care of you is yourself. That's who you've been waiting for. You're your own hero. Because if somebody else saves you, they get the credit. But if you save you, you get the credit. And I promise, taking care of yourself will make yourself feel good. And I know you got a lot you got to work on up here. Many of us do. I know I did. I mean, it was a long mental battle to come back from a life of where I managed my stuff with eating. Maybe you manage it with the not eating. Or maybe you've got things going on with the body, the way you see yourself, the way you perceive yourself. I don't know. But I know this. The world that you found yourself in, it wasn't a one-way door. The door swings both ways. And you can turn around and begin walking back. And it'll be scary. Body dysmorphia is real. I struggle with it. A friend of mine, Mike Pridgeon, he calls it phantom gut. I love that phrase because that is what it feels like for me. You know, sometimes I have to lift up the blanket because I swear my gut is back. I'm fat again. Then I look in the mirror and I'm not. So I understand that this can mess things up. But let me leave you with something that helped me. I don't know if it'll help you. I don't think it'll hurt, but it definitely helped me. And that's to remember that I am not my body. I have a body. If I lose my right arm, I'm not less of a man. I'm the same man I was before. I just happen to be missing a right arm. If I were to lose both of my legs, I wouldn't be less of a man. I would just be a man that's missing legs. I don't say I am my fingernail. I say I have a fingernail. I don't say I am hand. I have a hand. I used to identify with my body. I used to say I am a fat person. No, I had a fat body. I am not a skinny entity. I just have a skinny body. I live as a skinny person, sure, but I am something much greater than all of that. And so are you. And sometimes what I think happens is we begin to identify too intensely with our body. We begin to mistake what we do for who we are. We begin to mistake our accomplishments for ourselves. Remembering that at the end of the day, all of our accomplishments are inconsequential. Sure, it's nice with life. It gives us toys and stuff. Something I wish everybody would have is I wish that everybody would lose every single pound so that you could find the fulfillment you're seeking isn't there. And maybe then you'll start looking for it where it actually is. Everything we need to be at peace, you already have. It's about learning to let it out. It's about learning to accept what you already are, which is a complete and whole person. And you don't need to be anything. Life is a precious gift. Every moment is a precious gift because you're alive. The future is not assured at all, and the past already happened. All we have is this moment, this here. That's all we've got. And hopefully we'll have many more here's, moments like this. But you just got to remember that your life matters to you. And ultimately, that's all that matters. It's not selfish. It's not wrong to value your life greater than everybody else's, because without your life, you won't be here. Now, one of the things that's important, as I said, is while I may not be my body, what should I think about it? This body, it's the gift that gives me life. I only get one. This is the thing that allows me to exist. It's a loaner. One day I'm going to have to give it back. And I realize if I can take care of this thing, my life has the ability to become immeasurably better. Not because I am my body. No. It's because it's my instrument. It's what allows me to process everything going on. The body is what allows me to see. The body is what allows me to hear. The body is what allows me to feel the touch of my wife's hand. The body is what allows me to hear the beautiful sound of music. The body is what allows me to feel the warmth of the sun on my skin. It allows me to smell the smell of the woods when I'm walking through them. The body is a beautiful gift right now. It already is the beautiful gift. Doesn't matter what size you are. Doesn't matter what it's going to be in the future. It's your beautiful gift. And I think you should take care of it. I think you should honor it. I think you should be grateful for the body you have right now, regardless of its condition. Because if you didn't have it, you wouldn't be alive. And if you weren't alive, you wouldn't get to enjoy all the things that you love. The people you love seeing, the memories you love making. You wouldn't get to have any of them. So when you look at this meat machine that we live in, be grateful for it, no matter what. No matter what. And remember that it's yours. And no one has the privilege of living in your body but you. No one. That's what's helped me. And that's what helps me continue to take care of myself. This is part of why I've lost my weight. It's part of why I stay thin. And it's not because thin does anything. It's because being thin allows my body to function better. But not too thin, because I also need to have sufficient muscle. I like being strong. I like being able to pick up something. Yesterday, I just went on a 12-mile bike ride just because. I love that my body can do that. I love that my body is healthy enough that I can work on my yard all day long. I love being happy, but not happy, more at peace. Because I don't actually want to be happy all the time. I used to think I did. Then I realized that'd be boring. I like life to have a little variety. So take care of yourself. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your body. Life is a beautiful thing. I hope all of you will live a long, happy life. I'll be here maybe next week. I'm going on vacation. We'll see how things are, but I'm definitely back after my vacation. But stay tuned. Follow me on TikTok. If you want to get posts, check out my podcast. and I will see you all whenever I'm back again.